this myth has been costing you for years. In 2019, the Applied Science Performance Institute studied our technology with 33 women, and we looked at DEXA, we looked at ultrasound imaging, we did metabolic testing. Like, we wanted to really see what these devices were doing. And you know what? Every single participant showed in ultrasound imaging they were regenerating their fascia tissue. And in addition to that, we saw a reduction of inflammation. We saw a spot reduction of fat. We saw metabolic increase, and we saw really dramatic markers for collagen production. So it's like all things good and no things bad coming out of that study. And this was not a marketing study, people. This is science. I really love to talk about our study because I think that there is this myth out there that everybody who owns or designs a product is doing their study to like prove that it works. But I really had a much more pure heart moving into this study. Instead of being like, oh, let me go get FDA approval for the treatment of XYZ, which would have been really great from a profitability standpoint, but I just really wanted to know what was going on, and I felt like I could use that as a jump off point for really understanding the tools and then future product design. And so we took the 33 women. We started off by just really going intensely on them. For the first session, we basically used 2 therapists to go as hard as they could. We wanted to create that worst case scenario. And then these women did the work themselves. They were using the tools on themselves, and they did it over 90 days. And there was a lot of like, oh, I'm tired. We told them not to change their diet or exercise because we wanted to see what was purely happening with these devices. And then we looked at like sort of those inarguable measures. Like, you can't fake a blood result. You know, you can't fake that the C-reactive protein was reduced. We used ultrasound images, which like no one can look at our ultrasounds and be like, oh yeah, they're not remodeling collagen. I don't need to really defend myself or the tools or like really go crazy marketing them or anything, because when the science is there, the science is just there. So we're really proud of that. We put our study through the most rigorous standards. Like, you cannot just hop into a medical journal. You have to go through a certification, and then they have to peer review it. And we waited almost 2 years for that to happen. But now that that's over, we can clearly and unequivocally say what these instruments are doing to the human body, and it's incredible.